On the call this morning, U.S. markets are down almost 1% on failed debt ceiling talks as the U.S. may face a credit rating downgrade even if a last-minute deal is reached. European banks sell off after Moody's cuts Greece's credit rating 3 levels to CA. Gold hits an all-time high while silver is up nearly 2% on U.S. and European debt issues. I'm Deborah Borchardt, and the morning call starts right now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Evan Lazarus. I am the Chief Knowledge Officer here at T3 Live, filling in for Scott, the Red Dog Redler, today.
And I'm Deborah Borchardt, and together we're going to bring you the morning call. So, Evan, last week we seemed to focus on the earnings. We just ignored this whole debt ceiling talk. We ignored Greece, and the market actually did pretty well because we had some good numbers out of some really big companies. We're starting off this morning a little rocky, so it's hard to tell where we're going to go. So let's look at the S&P 500. Maybe we can get an idea of the direction we might have.
That's a good point. I think, with the market, the S&Ps last week, and we can look here on the chart, had a really, really nice week. We saw a breakout from that pullback 2 weeks ago. Obviously, earnings driving this market. Tech stocks, and we look at the Qs in a little bit. Tech stocks really the force here. On Friday, we saw a little bit of a pause here in the S&Ps. Not much action, but we have seen, like I said, some really aggressive buying in the S&Ps, going from roughly 1290 to close to 1350 all in last week. Now, the one caveat I want to point out here, and I think it's important that we do this, is we take a look at the monthly chart. And the reason I want to do this is because last month, we can see that we saw some gains here in the S&P, but it all came in the last 5 days. And basically, if we look here at the end of June, the last week really made the month. The 27th, 28th, 29th, so on. You can see most of the gains from last week coming in the last week of the month. We are going into the last week of this month, and with that, I think you're going to see some increased volatility. I think with trading right now, expect the unexpected, especially with the debt ceiling. So S&Ps are definitely worth watching into this last week.
Let's talk about tech.